Hi guys. So I'm trying to figure out this light, yeah? Okay. I'm just gonna stare in my eyes all through this vlog. So yeah, so like I said at my last live video, I'm gonna be testing this format because I feel like it forces me to create content whether I like it or not. And I think I'm kind of lazy here. I'd have to admit. I don't know why I start this video like this. It would discourage a lot of people from watching. Okay, hi guys, my name is awomkenneth. Welcome to my channel, and yeah, this is my channel. So this channel is all about everything. Everything goes here, basically. So I'm still testing on how to create a perfect content or a perfect niche that works for me. So yeah, you can see, welcome to the first phase before Apple became a billion-dollar company, right? That's what I could say. So, but today I want to talk about the Nigerian elections, and that is the main goal to talk about on this channel. But as usual, I might um, I might divert attention and enter something like, or I just did my phone. So today I was meant to go for a dance class. That's all I had scheduled today, and it was supposed to be 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., but that didn't work. I had to go help someone do a short YouTube video for their own channel. Yeah, that took most of my time. So dance class didn't happen today. So hopefully dance class happens tomorrow. I'm just excited to see what will happen with this dance class. People have been asking me why dance class, and I still have no good reason why. I just want to experience something different, like live life on the edge, right? Try something different every day. So this fly wants to test me today, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, back to the Nigerian election. So we are having the presidential election February 16th, which is going to be on a Saturday. So there are many arguments why didn't they not pick a weekday? So some people are saying it would have been better for security reasons. That putting it on the Saturday gives people the opportunity to plan, blah 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 blah. I feel like that's just people spreading fake news and just unnecessary rising tension of people for no goddamn. I need to stop swearing. Like YouTube is gonna do something about this. So there's no reason to just rise people's tension. So who are the candidates that people should vote for? So let's see. If you do a Google search, Nigerian election, what comes up? Saturday, February 16th, like I said, is also, there's a Wikipedia page for the 2019 Nigerian general election. That is cool. BBC has an article, Nigerian election 2019, who's leaving the country? Why such a doom and gloom article? I was actually expecting Google to give us all the presidential candidates running. So let's do Nigerian election candidates and see what happens. Still nothing. Nigerian election, let's see. Presidential candidates 2019. Okay, Google doesn't give us anything. Let's check the Wikipedia page and see what happens. Okay. So I don't think this Wikipedia page has been updated. Okay, I don't think that's been updated because Kwankwaso is no longer in running. Sulinamido is no longer in running. So people here are no longer in running. But so as you obviously know, or if you should know, there are two main parties in Nigeria. The rest are just fighting for attention in some debate circle. So the first is called the APC, that's the Progressive Congress, and the second is called PDP, People's Democratic Party. So APC is the ruling party, which houses the current president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, and his vice, Yemi Osibajo. So that is the party to beat. And with all going the agencies of Nigeria, we're not really making money that much. And although we are not owing money that much compared to others, according to the World Bank, our debt is high for us. You get, but we chances to collect debt because to show on the let's say 20%. Some countries like let's say Ghana is way over that. Uganda is over that by 50%, to be honest. So Nigeria is still doing fairly good, but we just have a lot of bad press. And it's kind of that the country has bad press, but foreign investors over 50% of our stock exchange market. They basically fund our stock exchange market. They're the ones investing in companies in Nigeria rather than Nigerians. And we still have bad press from world media like BBC, CNN, Forbes, Inc., for example. And you wonder why, right? Obviously, because of the foreign investments. So a lot of media attention is pulled to that. But then again, are they really reporting for facts? Right? Like that's one thing again to watch out for. Then all of a sudden, we're not seeing articles on um, do investors, foreign investors, want Buhari to go or Buhari to stay? Do foreign investors really want Atiku to win this election? So Atiku is representing the PDP presidential. He's the flag bearer for the PDP presidential. I won't say candidate, but that's wrong. He's a presidential flag bearer for PDP. Yeah, that's the right English. He comes from Adamawa State, and his vice president is Peter Obi. His vice president to be is Peter Obi. Now, the point here is that we have an estimated 84 million voters, registered voters, and still tons of people haven't collected their PVC, right? And then again, of majority of I think for the first time this year, a lot of people who were born in 1960 during our independence will be eligible to vote. So someone said our democracy has come full circle, right? So democracy now votes. But with that all said, Nigeria is still going through some hard problems. Like if you live in the cities within Nigeria, so for example, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Jos, right there, Enugu City, which other city is quite popular? I think these are like the main cities, Port Harcourt, yeah. So these are the main cities. You feel like Nigeria is doing well to an extent, but it's actually just horrible in other places. I remember I do trainings for some companies and it requires me to travel. So I remember taking a projector to some schools and children being surprised by what a projector looks like because this is their first time seeing a projector. Then again, we have something called an educational trust fund in Nigeria, and this fund is responsible for helping schools. So that includes giving them computer labs. But then again, most of the computer labs within the schools are not being used. I remember trying to beg a principal to allow me to use one of the computers to do a session. And principal was kind of like, the Commission of Education hasn't come to cut a ribbon, that is to launch it. So he's not going to allow anybody to touch this. But I'm like, I get that. I totally understand that. But we're not really touching any computer. I think all I needed was a CPU. Yeah. Or like a laptop that had Microsoft Word or PowerPoint. And that's all I wanted to do. We returned it back then and there, but using it in the school. And this is helping your students. Well, the whole scenario. And that's how we lost on that one. So I think my question here is, who are we voting? Right. I wanted to like call out the people who are on this list, but the first two guys are just Muhammad Buhari and Atiku Abubakar. Then we have Fela Duritoye. We have Donald Duke, but I'm not sure if it's still going to matter because he had a lot of issues with his candidature. Then we have Obi Ekwulisi, who has dropped down, but it's been forced by INEC to still go on because she missed the deadline to drop down. Then we have Kinsley Mogalu, and I don't think this one is popular, or I don't know if she's still in the running, but we have Remy Sonaya. Then we have Omoyele Sowero. He's the owner of Sahara Reporters. He's also running once. So CNN published an article claiming that Nigeria is going to be ruled, is still being ruled by old men. And Nigerians on Twitter replied by shouting that, okay, Joe Biden is 70, Trump is 70. Why are you guys calling out us on something that you guys are participating in, right? But we get their point. Like, we haven't had a young president lead the country like Obama, for instance. So now we have some young guys as presidential candidates, such as Fela and Soweri, right? Then we can see Kinsley, but I'm not sure of Kinsley. But I'm sure of Fela and Soweri. But now the youth now do not side with these guys because of they feel like they are too young, or mind these guys are in their 40s, so they are obviously not that young per se. They're not like 20-something-year-olds who just left high school or something. And they have successful businesses between the both of them. But people are still not backing them up. I don't. One, because I'm sure they don't have enough funds for their campaign. For instance, most of them haven't really campaigned in the northern part of the country. They're more based in like Lagos, South, the western parts. They hardly come down to like places like Kano, for instance. And surprisingly, we're talking with someone and we mentioned that nobody has actually, I'm not sure if anybody has gone down to like Sokoto or Zamfara. These are core northern states, right? Like Sokoto has the Sultan of Sokoto. That's really how northern it is. So, and you hardly see the states on news nowadays, except maybe for a disaster, a natural disaster like flooding, floods or something happened in that state. That's only when you hear about the states. And funny enough, AIDS also do not go to the states. You only hear of AIDS going to city states or states that have Boko Haram issues, right? But I feel like Sokoto had like a lead problem a while back, and I know how some people struggle to get funding from NGOs to solve that issue. I'm not even still sure if it's still solved. So then again, apart from that, I think issues that Nigerians also have that this president needs to deal with is the fact that people are saying no matter who wins this election, the issues bothering Nigeria will still last a decade. So it kind of like brings everything to a full circle. Like, for me, it's more of like I'm thinking about it on individual base. So what are my finances? What are my plans to increase my finances this year? Like, how am I saving? Because if you're looking at the signs in this country, everything is going bad. There are rumors that the naira will decrease against the dollar. So probably $1 might go for like 400 naira, and a dollar right now goes for 365 naira. 365, 362, 363, thereabouts. It's not a 370 though, so I still finger crossed it doesn't go that high. Then again, there's the issue of America going to depression and recession by the ending of 2019. All these are speculatives though. So, and if America goes into recession, that could affect a lot of people. A good example is I know someone I used to do for work. I used to do work, and the person stays in America, and he was affected by the government shutdown. I didn't get paid, right? I know some things that happen in Turkey, that I do some stuff in Turkey, and people that are meant to pay me from there will also be affected. So these are also like, what's our foreign policy? What's our stance on foreign policy? What are the things that could tie us down to other countries when they are negatively affected? Then Dangote is building this refinery, right? What's the plan on that? We know he's building the refinery, but nobody's actually really talking anything that makes sense so far. MTN is going an IPO. I have a Gmail alert on that. Like every time someone publishes something about MTN IPO, I get a Google alert. And then again, people are talking about that. What the funds MTN or the IPO MTN is trying to do is just to get more funds to sustain or pay off debts, right? Because Nigeria sued them and they are owing some billions of. So what is really you voting the next president of Nigeria? Have you read manifestos of these two people? Apart from just joking and just seeing ads, like do people even read again? Like what's Buhari's manifesto? Next level. You only know the motto. What is Atiku's motto? So I think it was like, is it change the change or a new Nigeria or something? I really don't know. Funny things, I actually don't even know their manifestos, right? Was Fela, nobody's even giving an eye to Fela Duritoye or Sorry. So, who are you voting come February 16? I think that's like the main issue. And what's the deciding factor for your vote? I feel like I ranted in this video, but I kind of like the structure of life. So yeah, what's your plan? Nigerian youths. What's your plan for the country and what's the plan for yourself, right? Are you buying stocks? Are you buying treasury bills? Are treasury bills going to be safe after this election, right? Are bonds going to be safe after this election? So these are questions. Is the election itself going to be safe? I mean, are people on throwing propaganda, building up tension for no reason? So all this tension that is building is that we don't have police force or what, or do we live in the country with a false sense of security? Yeah, I just felt I wanted to like really talk about that. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you like it, subscribe. Bye guys. Peace.